Very good morning, my dear friends. This is ariseroby, and today we are going to see about how to manage stress. Each and every one of us in this world, we experience in some ways of stress. Whether you move to office or you stay at home, whether you are a homemaker or you are a professional, both of them experience some sort of stress. And here comes how to manage stress. We cannot avoid stress, but still there are certain ways, simple ways how to manage stress. In this video, we are going to see about the 4 A's, the predominant A's to manage stress. Yes, my dear friends, I still remember when I just started my career, my dad used to advise me, don't bring your office issues to the dining table. And similarly, don't take these issues to the office table. But unknowingly or knowingly, we carry, not only me, but also yourself, we carry those issues, and there lies the problem. And that is the place where stress starts. And here we come about with 4 A's to manage our stress. Yes, my dear friends, I hope definitely it would be something interesting for both people who are moving to office and as well as the homemakers. Yes, my dear friends, if you have not subscribed ariseroby, kindly subscribe. Let's move on to the video. 4 A's. Yes, my dear friends, adapt. How can you adapt to a situation? Yes, the thing is that we do have some sort of loves and hates and whatever thing may be, but still don't immediately showcase all things. Try to adapt to things. Avoid. You need to avoid certain things, whether it is going to be office, but at the same time at home, a homemaker, you need to have a kind of saying that to be away from certain things. So avoid it. Third one is alter. When you experience some sort of stress, it's quite necessity that you need to alter yourself towards other kind of activity. And the last one is accept the situations by looking onto yourself, know about the situations, how you need to respond to it. So let's see about in detail how we need to adopt, avoid, alter and accept. And coming here, alert, aware and awake. These 3 things, alert, aware and awake, let's touch about on philosophical basis and as well as how you can psychologically touch these things to manage your stress. So coming upon these 4 A's, which are the predominant ones to manage stress, let's see one by one about adopt, avoid, alter, accept. Yes, shall we move? Fine. Yes, my dear friends, how can you adapt to the situations when things are going wrong, when things are not as such expected? We need to adapt to the situation. For example, if there is a cyclone and you are cycling, it is an unexpected event, immediately a heavy wind blowing. Similarly, in our life, there may be a lot of odds. So, you need to adapt to the situations. We cannot expect everything to go fine. We cannot expect everything to happen as we expected. There may be some sort of situations which go unexpected. You need to adapt to things. So, what is this adapt? Yes, let me tell you, it is not only adapt, it is adapt, adopt and adapt. So, it may be a little bit confusing. What is this adapt, adopt and adapt? Let me tell you in one line, adapt in the sense that when you want to manage some stress, it's more important that you need to be skillful enough in something. When you're lacking in those things, the problem of stress, it ignites. So adapt is something that where you take upon yourself and use something into that particular situations. And adapt is you adapt yourself according to that particular new change, new situations, and your behavior also changes according to that situations. Let me put it very clear, crystal clear. So how you need to tackle these things is adapt or adopt or adapt. You need to know the difference between the react versus response. When it is a stressful situations, don't immediately react, but whereas response consciously, my dear friends, you need to respond. So how to respond? What is the difference between react and response? The thing is that people who respond to situations are the one who know about the consequences of what they are going to react or what they are reacting. Only people, those who are not conscious, they react immediately to things. They're not aware about their thoughts. They're not aware about their speech. They're not aware about their words. They're not aware about the consequences. So response is something where people, they know about the consequences. So instead of reacting, response, my dear friends. This is how you can tackle these things. The next one is about how you tackle the third A of. And now coming to the third A, avoid. Is there any possibility for me to avoid? No, my dear friends. Yes. Let me tell you, in the beginning of the video, we just said that we are going to manage it. We still cannot avoid things, but we still can make it up in the sense that how you cannot be a prey to any kind of situation. How it can happen? Because of the unnecessary stress that you can avoid. Unnecessary stress. How can you do it? See, actually, research says that around 60,000 thoughts revolve in our mind per day. So we all live with a lot of thoughts. The problem is we don't live in the present. We don't live in the present. We either live in the past, confusing about what has happened, the odds that has happened in the past, or we either live in the future with over expectations. We never live in the present. That's the problem. That's what in Zen meditation they say is about live in the present. Live in the present. Your life becomes beautiful and ecstatic. But unfortunately, we are being preoccupied with a lot of thoughts. Swami Vivekananda used to say that a mind is so busy enough. It is so restless that like a monkey. So restless. And at the same time, it is as strong as an intoxicated elephant. But what I would suggest here is your mind is like a magnet. It attracts things, what you speak in terms of your words, what you think in terms of your thoughts. The thing is that when you avoid certain things, when you want to avoid certain things, the thing you need to avoid overthinking. So this is what is a third A which I like to insist over here. Please avoid overthinking. This is the third A. And at last, the fourth one is alter the situations. Is there any possibilities? Yes, of course, my dear friends. Certain things you need to alter it. You have to replace it. The situations may be a little bit of troublesome. The environment may be like that. The thing is that what you need to do is you need to move on to a different direction and deviation to deviate yourself, your mind, your action, your thinking process, everything away from the stressful situation to things which is favorable and interesting. Yes, you are replacing your stressful situation to a favorable situation and an interesting situation. So these things, when you alter, when you replace yourself to a situation according to your interest, according to your favorable ones, according to some sort of things which you may forget about it, then that particular alter will able to manage a lot of stress in your life, not only at home but also in the office. My dear friends, it is the last one is about accept. Can you accept? It is very difficult. Of all these years, the thing is that we don't accept ourselves. That is what is the problem. We do not welcome change. We do not accept change. When it is a new environment, we are tempting some sort of restriction towards any kind of change. So what you can do is, you need to know yourself. You need to accept yourself. The problem is, when you are like a person who are going to join in a new environment, new office, the problem is that you are not adaptable. You are not able to accept the change. So for that, you need to accept yourself to things what is a new one. Welcome the changes. So for that, you need to accept it and you need to be ready enough for the change. So how can you be like that? You have to prepare yourself, my dear friends. You have to be prepared enough. So how can I be prepared? So when you are constant enough, I'll tell you, if you are able to practice some sort of breathing exercise, when you find some sort of stressful situations, the thing is, when you have the habit of meditating, that is just simply concentrating on your breathing by early morning. People those who get up by early morning will always be successful. This is actually an unwritten code of law for all successful people. Yes, those who are able to wake up early in the morning will be able to do something great wonders in their life, because they accept their changes. They always welcome the changes. They be the change in their life, not only for themselves but also for others, because they know themselves. Know yourself, my dear friends, and accept the things, accept change. For that, you need to be conscious about knowing yourself. So how can it be done? Meditation techniques like breathing techniques. Very simple. It's not so that you need to go to some specialists like yoga or any kind of trainers, meditation practitioners to do something. Just concentrate on your breath consciously. Just for 5 minutes. That's enough. Even when you are stressful, put down yourself calm, sit in a chair and concentrate on your breath. Accept things, any kind of change which is troublesome for you. Immediately you get your solution because you have accepted. Yes. So this is what are the 4 A's which will make a biggest change in your life, my dear friends. But of all these things, what I would insist is fear. There are certain F's. The fears which would make you drown you, which will pull you towards failure. Whenever when you are accompanied with any kind of fear, 4 F's will be dominating you, will be attacking you. It is fight, flight, freeze, or fawn. When you want to shine your career, so what to do is you have to carefully handle these F's. Whether you want to fight, whether you want to flight, whether you want to freeze, whether you want to fawn. You need to be very crystal clear about these F's. If you are able to tackle these F's, and top it all is, fear is the predominant one for all your success and failures. If you stay away, if you are able to tackle this fear within yourself, then everything is possible in this way. Let me just put it very simple with terms of one story. Suppose in case a tiger is going to attack you, your mind thinks a lot of things. Whether to attack it, this is fight. Whether to flight, to run away. Freeze, oh, tiger is going to attack me and then it's going to eat me. That's it, my life is gone. Freeze. Fawn. It may be sarcasm, it may be some sort of joke, but still, you maybe even have some sort of thought, why not to convince the tiger not to eat me? Oh, that's something, a big joke. It may be like that, but still, there may be some thoughts like that. But what I would suggest is, all these 4 F's will not be passive enough for you to tackle any kind of problems. The thing is that only one thing, face it, my dear friends, face all your problems, face all your issues, any kind of stress, face it. Don't run away, don't flight, don't fight, don't freeze, don't fawn. Face it, but consciously, face it consciously. That's what is the need of the heart for most of them. During this COVID, it has been said that the statistical data, the problem is with the fear. And the thing is, people restrict themselves in facing it. There lies the problem. Whether you are educated or you are not educated, whether you are literate or not literate, that doesn't matter. But the thing is that when you just face it consciously, any kind of stress in your life, you can easily manage it. I won't say that you can put a dot for your stress, but still you can manage your stress. Yes, I hope you could have enjoyed this video, my dear friends. Thank you for watching this. Stay with us connected by subscribing ariseroby, and don't forget to click on the bell icon. Thank you. Bye-bye.